Greetings everyone. My name is Vrinda Sapra and currently I am in my fourth semester of pursuing BA Honours Economics. In this video, I am going to explain the application of rebating a tax. Suppose the government decides to impose a tax on a particular commodity and at the same time it decides to reimburse the imposition of tax in the form of direct money payments as a rebate. So now we are going to discuss how this policy adopted by the government is going to affect the consumer, whether the policy will make the consumer better off than before or will leave him or her worse off than before. Before we begin, at first it might sound absurd to one because from one side the government is imposing the tax and thus making the good expensive to buy, as a result decreasing its demand. However, at the same time as the government provides rebate in the form of direct money payments, it increases the real income of the consumer and thus increasing the demand for the commodity. However, in this video, we are going to discover in detail what will be the economic impact of this policy adopted by the government. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Suppose the income of the consumer be rupees 100 and the price of the commodity be rupees 20. So the maximum units he can purchase out of the given income and price will be 5 units of that commodity. However, now the government has decided to impose the tax on the commodity. This will increase the price of the commodity by the magnitude of tax times. For example, here in this example, the government has levied a tax of rupees 5. So the price has increased by 5 rupees. Now the maximum units of good that he can purchase out of the given price and income will be 4 units. However, as the government promised to provide a rebate for the imposition of tax in the form of direct money payments, so the amount of rebate will be equal to the tax times into the quantity, the new quantity of goods purchased, that is 5 into 4, which will be rupees 20. Now, we will see that when the government has imposed the tax and has simultaneously provided the rebate, the consumer will be still worse off than before, because as we see that now with the given income he can buy only 4 units of commodity, whereas before he could buy 5 units of that commodity. Even after getting the rebate of rupees 20, he cannot buy an additional unit of that commodity and can be at the same utility where he was before, because now the price has increased to rupees 25. With the rebate of rupees 20, he cannot buy another unit of that commodity, thus leaving him worse off than before. Let us understand a similar example via the help of a two-dimensional diagram. Let there be a consumer consuming two goods, say good X and Y, and let his income be rupees M. So the equation of budget line will take the shape as shown in the board, where the left hand side shows the expenditure on both the commodities and right hand side shows the income of the consumer. His optimum will be obtained at the point where his indifference curve will be tangent to his budget line. Now, let's see what happens when the government imposes tax on a good and simultaneously decides to reimburse the tax in the form of direct money payment as a rebate. Suppose the government decides to impose the tax on commodity X, so the price of commodity will increase by the magnitude of tax, and at the same time his income will increase by tax times the quantity of good purchased. So we will see that his new equation, budget equation, will be of this form, where both the price of the good on which the tax is levied has increased and also his income has increased. Let us understand the impact of this policy adopted by the government graphically. We have taken good X on the X axis and income on the Y axis. As the income has increased due to the rebate, we will see that the budget line of the consumer will shift rightward along the y axis, but also as the price of the good has increased due to the imposition of taxes, the budget line will shift leftward along the x axis, and his new budget line will somewhat look like this. If we plot his indifference curve as well along the new budget line, we will obtain a new optimum, and we see that the new optimum lies below the old optimum, that initially he was able to consume this quantity which he is now not able to consume, thus leaving the consumer worse off than before. And also we see that he lies on a lower IC, and as we know that the lower IC gives lower satisfaction, so we can see clearly that how the consumer is worse off than before. Thus, from this application, we can make a conclusion that when the government decides to impose a tax and simultaneously decides to reimburse the tax in the form of direct money payments, it leaves the consumer as worse off than before. This was all about the application of rebating a tax. I hope that the video was insightful for you. Thank you.